Okay, so the question says an empire tossed two fair coins simultaneously before the one-day match between India and Australia at 7 a.m. in the morning. What is the probability of India's betting first? Okay, so there have been two coins that have been tossed up. So let us create sample space. Space stands for how many cases are possible. So the cases that are possible, a coin has got two faces. One is called head, another one is called tail. So what all different cases can be formed? We can have two heads, we can have one head and one tail, we can have first tail and then a head, and then as a last case we can have both the tails. So these are the four cases possible. He's asking for what is the probability of India's batting first if they can bat by getting only one head. So we have to just see the cases where there is only one head. Okay, probability is also always given by number of favorable cases. Probability is always given by number of favorable cases divided by number of total cases. This is how the probability is given as. Okay, so total cases we already know there is 1, 2, 3, and 4 total cases. So divided by 4 obviously. And how many favorable cases are there? The cases will be favorable in which there is only one head available. So how many those cases are there? So this is one head available and this is one head available. So two are the favorable cases. So the probability becomes simply 1 by 2. So it is available in option number D, and that is right. Now he says, what is the probability if India has to bowl first if they got at least one tail? So we have to see what are the cases available in which we can see at least one tail. So this was the sample space again. Head tail can be achieved, tail head can be achieved, and tail can be achieved. Tail and tail can be achieved. So what are the cases in which we can see at least one head, one tail? At least one tail means if one tail is there, that is also taken, and if more than one is there, that is also taken, but less than one is not taken. So what are the favorable cases? At least one. They said for at least one. So that has to be this case also, this case also, and this case also. All these three cases are for at least one tail over there. So favorable cases are 3 and total cases are obviously 4. So the probability becomes simply 3 by 4. That is there. Now he says, what is the probability of getting two tails? So we had got a sample space which is head tail, tail head, and tail tail. So getting two tails. So two tails is possible in one way only. So probability is obviously favorable case is 1, total case is 4. So probability is simply 1 by 4, which is available in option number A. Now, the question says Umang is playing with a pack of 52 cards. There are 52 cards in a pack of cards. Then he's saying being equally likely to be drawn. What is the probability that the card drawn is neither red nor jack? Neither red nor jack. So what we can do is there is a pack of 52 cards. So we have to eliminate those cards which you don't want. You don't want the red cards. How many red cards are there in all in a pack of 52 cards? There are 26 red cards. So they are eliminated, and he's not looking for jack also. How many jacks are there? There are in all four jacks, but two jacks have been already covered in these two, in this 26. One of diamond and one of heart is already covered in these 26. So we have to take only 4 minus 2, that is 2 jacks only, because 2 jacks only are available now. Rest of the two red jacks have been already covered in this 26. So we don't have to take these red 26 cards, and we don't also have to take these 2 jacks also. So the total number of cards that we don't have to take is simply 26 plus 2, that is 28 cards we don't want to take. So how many cards we want to take, that is the favorable cards that we want to take, will be obviously total 52 minus 28. 52 minus 28 is 24. So the favorable card that we have has got 24 favorable cards. Total number of cards are 52. So the probability simply becomes what? Probability simply becomes 24 by 52. If we simplify this, so this number can be cut by 4. 4 6 ja 24 and 4 13 ja 52. So it's coming out to be 6 by 13. This 6 by 13 is not available in the option. So answer becomes simply none of these. Now he says the card drawn is numbered as 7. So we need to see how many cards are there which are numbered 7. There are 4 such suits: diamond, club, heart, and spade. And each such suit contains 1 7 card. 7, 7, 1 7, and 1 7 here. So how many total 7 cards are there? There are 4 such 7 cards available. So the favorable number of cards are 4. Total number of cards are obviously 52. So the probability becomes 4 by 52, which is nothing but 1 by 13. So it is available in option number D becomes the right answer. Now he says 4 cards are drawn are the same numbers. So if they have to be same number, so what type of cards do we have? How many types of number, how many types of cards there are therein? So we have got card starting from ace, then 2, then 3, then 4, then in all it goes like 10, then it comes J, then it's come K, it comes K and Q and K. So how many total number of cards that we have? There are 13 such cards, 13 different cards we have, and this is the case with any one of the suits. Any one suit contains these 13 cards. That suit could be diamond, club, heart, or anything. So one suit is containing 13 types of cards. What is asking for? The 4 cards are of the same number. So that same number could be all aces over there, or that same number could be all twos over there, or that could be all threes over there, or so on till all k's over there. So these type of combinations you can receive, all having same. So okay, so how many such combinations are there? This is 1 2 3 4, and in all there are 13 such combinations. So clearly the favorable number cases are 13. Total number of cases are obviously going to be 4 cards are drawn. He's saying 4 cards are drawn, so we have to see the total number of cases. See how we can find out the total number of cases. 4 cards being drawn out of 52. Out of 52, 4 cards can be drawn in how many different ways? We have to go for NCR, the formula of NCR. We have to go for formula of NCR, which is nothing but n factorial over r factorial n minus r factorial. Okay, out of n, we have to take r at a time. So we have to go by formula NCR. Here we have to take 4 out of 52. So we have to take like 52C4. How much is 52C4? Is obviously going to be 52 factorial divided by 4 factorial multiplied by 52 minus 4, that is 48 factorial. If we solve this, how we can solve it? This can be 52 into 51 into 50 into 59 into 48 factorial. We can go like this on the numerator side. In the denominator, we have got 4 factorial into 48 factorial. Clearly, this 48 factorial will get cancelled out. So we are left out with 52 into 51 into 50 into 59 divided by 4 factorial, which is nothing but 24. If we solve this particular expression completely, we are getting the total number of cases as 2,70,725. These are the total number of cases that we are getting. So this should be the ultimate probability, 13 divided by 2,70,725. If we simplify this number, so say this 13 can cut this denominator completely, and we are left out with 1 divided by 20,825. So this is that particular required probability. And let's see, it is available. It is available in option number A becomes the right answer. Now, there's a question available. On a New Year Eve, a society club has organized a party for its 100 members. They asked the members to pick a token between 1 to 100. Among them, only 5 taken numbers carry prizes. Only 5 numbers have got prizes. Rest of the 95 don't have got the prizes. If Romika is one of the members, what is the probability that of her winning the prize? So if Romika has to win, so she has to select that particular prize, that particular number which has got a prize in it. So how many prize numbers are there? There are 5 such numbers which have got prize, and so favorable cases become obviously 5, so that she could win. And what are the total number of cases? Total number of cases are obviously 100. So the probability becomes simply 5 by 100, which is nothing but 1 by 20 of she winning the prize, and it is available in option number D. Now, Sonali is one of the members. Her lucky numbers are 2 and 7. What is the probability of getting the multiple of 2 or 7? So we have to check how many multiples of 2 are there, how many multiple of 7 are there. So let us check. So how many multiples of 2 are there in the range of 1 to 100? So clearly there are 50 such numbers. There are 50 even numbers, and all even numbers are multiple of 2. So we can simply find out there are 50 such number which are divisible by 2 or multiple of 2. Now we have to see multiples of 7. How many multiples of 7? So we can only read the table of 7 and find out the multiple of 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, and we can continue in the same fashion. And the last number that will come out to be is 98. So if we count these number, we can simply do 98 divided by 7. That is nothing but 14 such numbers are there which are multiple of 7. Okay. Now, the multiple of 2's are 50 numbers and multiple of 7 are 40 numbers. But obviously there will be some numbers which will be multiple of 2 and multiple of 7 as well. They will be multiple of both. So how to identify those? So for a number to become multiple of 2 and 7 both has to be a multiple of 2 into 7, that is 14. For a number to become multiple of 2 and 7 both has to become a multiple of 14. Okay, how many multiple of 14s are there? We can again go by the table of 14 now. It goes like this, and the last number encountered by the table of 14 is going to be 96. Okay, so how many total numbers are coming which are multiple of 14? So we can easily do that by dividing 96 divided by 14. So so the number of such numbers are obviously going to be 7. Okay, so it is 98, so it is going to be 7 such number which are multiple of 2 and 7 both. So what we have to do, total multiple of 2 or 7 becomes 10. 2 or 7 multiples are multiple of 2, that is 50, plus multiple of 14, multiple of 7, that is 14, but subtract from them the multiple of 2 and 7 both, because they already have been covered in 50 and 7 itself. So we have to subtract 7 out of this. So the ultimate number comes out to be 57. So there are 57 such numbers which are either multiple of 2 or multiple of 7. So this is our favorable number of cases. Total number of cases are obviously 100. So the probability becomes 57 by 100. That is what is the probability. It is available in option number C. Now, what is the probability of getting a perfect square? So obviously we need to count the perfect square from 1 to 100. How many perfect squares are there? So let us count. It is 1, then 4, then it is 9, then it is 16, 25, and then we can keep on counting. So if we count till that, we can get 81 as the number, and at last we get 100. So if we count these numbers, so we have got 10 such perfect squares. So the favorable number becomes 10. Total numbers are obviously 100. So probability becomes 1 by 10, and that is the right answer. Okay, now he says the probability of, okay, a group of friends consists of 5 engineers, 6 businessmen, and some government servants. The number of government servant is missing. Okay, have planned their reunion after 15 years of the challenge of the college. If the probability of all the non-government employee attending the reunion is 1 by 2, then the number of government employee in the group is, okay. So for this case, we'll have to obviously assume first how many what is the probability. So we have to assume the total number of employee. Okay, so let us assume the total number of employee and then try to do it. Okay, if we do that, so let us assume, let's say the total number of employee, because we have not got the data of government servants, so we cannot exactly find out what are the total number of employees. So what we can do, let the total employees are, or the total friends are, rather, employees or friends, total friends are X. Okay, now he's saying uh, probability of non-government employee is 1 by 2. So how many non-government employee do we have? We have got how many non-government employee? We have got 5 engineers and 6 businessmen. These are the non-government employees. So that is a total of 11. Okay, non-government employees are 11. So probability of getting a non-government employee will be non-government employees divided by total employees, and that is already given out to be 1 by 2. How much is the total employee that we have assumed? We have assumed the total employee to be X. So it becomes like probability is non-government employees are 11 divided by X is equal to 1 by 2. By using this, we can obviously find out the X value as, if we cross multiply, X value becomes simply 22. So the total number of employee in there is 22. What he has asked for, the number of government employees in the group. So he had asked for government employee. Total employees are 22. So how many should be the government employees? So obviously the government employees will be half of the total employee. That's why the probability was 1 by 2. Okay. So how many will be the government employees? Will be obviously 22 minus 11. That is again going to be 11. So the total number of government employees are 11. Option A is the right answer. Now, what is the probability of all businessmen attending the reunion if some of the engineers quit their job and started their own business? Okay, he says like that. Now, see, uh, number of government employees who have shifted their job. That's what they're asking. Who have quit their job, but they have not given the number. They have just said some of the engineers have quit the job, but how many of them have exactly quit the job? They are not telling. So if they are not being able to tell that how many have quit their job and converted into their own business, then the data is missing. So if the data is missing, so we cannot find out the probability of all businessmen, because now we don't know how many are the total businessmen available. So obviously the answer is data insufficient or cannot be determined. That is the answer, because how many engineers have quit their job, that data is missing. Now, the question is 16 chess players selected for a competition were divided into 4 groups, that is group first, second, third, fourth, and so on. Every player has one match with every other player in the group. Fine. Then the top member, 2 members from each group will be selected. Rank 1 player of group 1 will play. So let us keep on making that one by one. He's saying there are 16 chess players selected for a competition were divided in 4 groups. So let us form the groups. Group 1, group 2nd, group 3rd, and group 4th. And he says 16 players have been distributed. So each group would have 4 players. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the structure of all the groups. Each group will have 4 members in it, 4 players in it. Now he says every player has one match with every other player of the group. In any of the group, what is happening? Every player is playing one match with every other player. So that means player number 1 will play with player number 2 also. Player number 1 will play with player number 3 also, and 1 will play with 4 also. This is how he will play all the games, and this will happen for all these players. Okay, so same goes for 2 as well, same goes for 3 as well, player number 4 as well. Okay, then he says then the top 2 members from each group will be selected. Okay, so in the next round of filtration, each group will be having only two members, because the last 2 coming players will be eliminated. So we will be having two members only in each of the group in the next round. Okay, now this will be having this scene. Now what will happen in here? Then you say rank 1 player of group 1 will play with rank 1 player of group 2. Rank 2 player of group 1 will play with rank 2 player of group 2nd. So on, players of group 3rd and 4th will play. So that's what he's saying, that this he will play with him, and 2 will play with 2, 1 will play with 1, and 2 will play with 2. This is what he's saying. Okay, these are the matches conducted. So how many matches will be there? Obviously we can count by this arrow later on. Now after this has been done, what should happen? He say then they will have 2 semi-final matches and then the final. So obviously after this round has been conducted, in the next round, in each group we are having, now after this, what will be having? So we will having one winner here, one winner here. So obviously we'll be having one player combining group 1 and 2nd. We will be having first and second rank holder, and combining the group 3rd and 4th, will we be having first and second player here. Okay, winner of each matches will be the participant over there. So this will be the next situation, 1 2 1 2. Now then he's saying what will happen? Then they will have 2 semi-final matches. So obviously mm, uh, there is a chance that one plays with one and two plays with two. So these 2 matches will also be conducted. Okay, and when these 2 matches will be conducted, we'll finally have a final. Okay, because these will be treated as a semi-final, and then finally we'll have a final in which only 2 players will be fighting. Okay, only the 2 finalists will be fighting like this. So this will be the 4th round. So this is how the structure of the tournament has been planned. Now let us talk about the question. Find the total number of matches played within each group. How many matches being played in each group? So let us talk about the first situation. First group has got 4 teams into it. They said each player plays with another player just a one match. So how many matches are conducted in any of the group? So obviously there are four such players available, and each match has to have two players to conduct a match. So out of four players, any group of two players taken together is actually a match. For a match to get conducted, we need two players at a time. So out of four players, in how many ways you can select two players at a time? Every time when you are selecting two players, you are actually selecting a match. So out of four, how many ways can two team play together is obviously going to be 4C2. Okay, and that can be expanded using the formula NCR, which says n factorial r factorial n minus r factorial. And if we utilize that, this is going to be 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 is 2 factorial again. If we simplify this, this is going to be 4 3 2 1 divided by 2 into 2, which is nothing but going to be 3 2 just 6. So there are 6 matches being played in every particular group. So that is the answer. Next. Okay, now he says if the total number of matches played by a winning player, the total number of matches played by a winning player. So let us see that data once again. Okay, so what has happened? Total number of matches played by a winning player. So obviously, first group, second group, third group, and fourth group. These were the groups available. So in the first group, 1, 2, 3, 4 were there. How if he is the winner only of the game, then let us count how many matches he's playing. In his group, he is in all playing 6 matches. Okay, in his group he's playing 6 matches altogether. Okay, how many matches, oh sorry, how many matches he's going to play? He's going to play 3 matches. He plays with second number, he plays with third number, he plays with 4 number. So he's playing 3 matches in his group itself. Plus, when he reaches the next round, there will be two teams only, 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 1 2, like that. And this player will be playing match against him. So in the next round he will be playing one more matches, so it becomes 3 plus 1. In the next round we're gonna have like 1 2 and 1 2, like this. He will be playing one more match against his opponent, so there will be one more match that will be treated as a semi-final. And as he is the winner, so he will play a final match also with another opponent. So it has to be one more time. So how many matches are there? 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 6 matches he has to play in all to win the tournament, and that is the answer only. Now, how many matches were played altogether? So we have just seen in the very first round how many matches were played. There were four groups: first, second, third, and fourth. In the first question itself, we have just found out that in every of the group, how many matches are being conducted. It was 4C2, that came out to be 6. So 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. That is 24 matches being played here in the first round. In the second round, we are having participant like this. And how many matches being played? One, this, two, three, and four. So four matches being played in the next round. And in the next round, you have got two players only. So how many matches being played? Uh, one is the winner here, two is the winner here, one. Two. How many matches being played? Two are the matches being played in this round, so this becomes two, and there is a final match between two teams. So one more match is being played. So how many are the total number of matches? 24 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. 24 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is actually 24 plus 7. That is nothing but 31 number of matches being played. Okay. Now he's saying find the time. Okay, we have to see the question. Okay. Now, Vijit is government contractor who got a contract for the construction of multi-speciality hospital in 25 months. So he is supposed to complete the work in 25 months. Then he's saying after the completion of 60% of his work, he takes the help of Mridul and Parul. Mridul is 50% as efficient. So efficiency of Mridul, we can write like this. Efficiency of Mridul is half of 50% is nothing but half of efficiency of Vijit. That's what we can state here. Similarly, he says Parul is 50% as efficient is as Mridul. So efficiency of Parul is just half of the efficiency of Mridul. But Mridul itself has got half of the efficiency of Vijit. So Parul's efficiency will be simply 1 by 4 times of the efficiency of Vijit. Okay, if we relate these two data, so we can understand that Parul will be simply 1/4 of the efficiency of Vijit. Now, the question says find the time taken by Mridul alone to finish the work. Okay, now see, Vijit is taking 25 months to complete the work, and Mridul's efficiency is half. So if somebody's efficiency is half, then obviously he'll take the double time. Efficiency is inversely proportional to the time taken. So if somebody's efficiency is half, so obviously he'll be taking the double time to complete the work. So Vijit is taking 25 months. So obviously Mridul will take how many months? Double of 25, that is 50 months to complete the task. So that is going to be the right answer of this question. Now, they're asking find the time taken by all of them to finish the work. So we can say Vijit can work in 25 days, complete the work in 25 months. Okay. Now, Mridul's efficiency was 50%. So Mridul could have taken double the time. That is, he would have taken 50 months. Uh, Parul's efficiency was half of Mridul. Mridul can do it in 50 months. Parul's efficiency is just half of Mridul. So Parul can just take it in 100 months, double the time. Okay, so these are their efficiencies. Now we are supposed to find out that all together they can do it in how many months. So if Vijit can complete a task in 25 months, what is Vijit's one month's work? Is obviously going to be 1 by 25. Okay, similarly Mridul is taking 50 months, so what is Mridul's 1 month work? Is going to be 1 by 50, and for Parul it is going to be a 1 month work is going to be 1 by 100. So clearly total 1 month work will be all of them added together. Okay, total 1 month work is how much? All of them added together. If you add them together, it comes out to be 100 becomes the LCM. Then 25 4 ja plus 52 ja plus 101 ja. So it becomes like 7 by 100. So total 1 month work is 7 by 100. If in a month 7 by 100 work is being done, how many months will be required? Just the multiplicative inverse of this. How many months will be required? Just the multiplicative inverse of 1 month's total work. That is going to be inverse of 7 by 100, which is 100 by 7. If we simplify this 100 by 7, we can formulate this. 7 divides 100. So it comes out as 14. 14 7 is 98. So 2 is the remainder and 7 is the divisor. 14 2 by 7 months will be taken if all of them together would do the work. So that is the answer, 14 2 by 7 month. Now, find the time taken by all of them to finish the remaining work. Okay, so we need to see how much work is done. 60% of work is finished. So how much is the remaining work? Obviously, remaining work is 100 minus 60%. That is nothing but 40% of work is still left out. Okay, so we are supposed to find out if find the time taken by all of them to finish the remaining work. So clearly, if all of them work together, how much time they require to finish the work? In the earlier question, we have already done this. Okay, if all of them work together, so one complete work would have been finished in, as we did in the last question, was 100 by 7 months. All work was being finished in 100 by 7 months. Here only 40% of work is to be finished. So if one work to be finished in 100 by 7 months, so how much will be 40% work finished? So it will be obviously 100 by 7 into 40% of the works, that is 40 by 100. If we multiply like this, 100 get cancelled and we are left out with 40 by 7, which is nothing but 5 by 7 months. So the remaining work only will be covered in 5 by 7 month by all of them together. Now, there's a question. Shopkeeper in a famous Bada Bazaar professes to sell his goods at 37% loss, but actually he sells his good at no profit and no loss. Okay, so obviously he would have done some markup because he is declaring that he is selling at a loss, but he is not gaining anything and not losing anything. So clearly he is selling the goods at cost price only. So, and what he has done to justify 37% loss, that he has marked his percentage over cost price over something. So clearly we can assume some values. There is cost price, there could be a markup. Okay, markup is a percentage which is marked over a cost price to show it to a customer. Okay, so there is this MP mark price, and then there will be selling price, obviously. So let us assume the cost price to be 100. He says Bada Bazaar forces to sell his goods at loss, but actually he sells his goods at no profit, no loss. That means cost price is equal to selling price. When you are not having any profit or loss, that means cost price is equal to selling price. So selling price also becomes how much? It becomes 100. So let us assume the mark price to be X. Now, cost price would have been marked up as X, and then there would have been a loss of 37.5% done, loss of 37.5% done, and would have again reached to the value called as 100. This is the actual scheme. Now, so they say there is a loss. So how much is that loss? Obviously, loss will be calculated. Mark price is X and the selling price is becoming 100. So loss occurs when there is a difference of selling price and mark price. So the loss is calculated by selling price minus mark price. That is nothing but uh, that is nothing but X minus 100. That is the actual loss. Okay. Now, the loss percentage, how to calculate the loss percentage? Loss percentage is always calculated as loss divided by the loss where it has occurred. So that value is nothing but your X itself, loss divided by X. So how much is that value? It's going to be X minus 100 divided by X into 100%, because the loss has been asked in percentage. So we have to multiply the whole value by 100%. And this is they are saying is 37.5%. This they are saying is 37.5%. Okay. Now clearly we are supposed to solve for X, and that will be the markup value only. So if we solve it like this, okay, how much is that going to be? X minus 100 divided by X is 37.5 divided by 100. If we solve this equation further, then we are getting ultimately the X value as 160. Okay, X value is 160. They are saying find the markup percentage. So cost price was 100 and they have marked it to be 160. So how much they have risen? They have risen by 60%. They have risen by 60%. So how much is the markup percentage? It's clearly going to be 60%. Okay, which is available in option number D. Now they say find the cost price of goods if a shopkeeper sells good at 20% profit and the selling price is 24,000, and the above condition remains the same except selling the goods at cost price. So what are they are saying? That cost price now is not being sold at selling price, but it is rather being sold at a profit of 20%. So so this condition has been excluded, that he sells his good at no profit, no loss. This condition has been eliminated in this scene, but there is a loss of 37.5% still to be shown. So we are in this situation, we are supposed to find out the cost price. So clearly we can do this thing. So cost price is always going to be 100 divided by 100 plus profit percent. This is the formula of cost plus price. 100 divided by 100 plus profit percent into selling price. This is how we calculate the cost price. Now let us do it. 100 divided by 100 plus what is the profit percent is 20 into what is the selling price is 24,000 as given in the question. If we solve this further, this comes out to be exactly 20,000 rupees. So the cost price is 20,000 rupees. Now they are asking for the markup price. So markup price, we can use the formula. What was that? Markup price was always 160% of the cost price. Okay, so we can say that markup price will be obviously 100 by 160 into the cost price, that is 20,000. If we solve this, this comes out to be clearly the zeros get cancelled, and if we divide this number, this is coming out to be 12,500 rupees. Okay, 12,500 rupees. That is the right answer for the markup value. Okay, now now there is a situation. Seema and Malini are 530-meter apart. So let's make them. Seema is here, Malini is here. They are in all 530-meter distance apart. Okay, this is the distance between them. Okay, they decided to meet at Pavni's place somewhere between their office. So let us mark Pavni's place somewhere. So let us find out this is the Pavni's place where they can meet. They both decided to leave at the same time, but Malini left 6 minutes before Seema at the speed of 30 minutes per meter. So Malini is leaving 6 minutes earlier at the speed of 30 minutes per meter. So how much is the distance traveled by her in that 6 minutes? Okay, let us find out. Distance is always calculated by speed into time. Distance is always calculated by speed into time. How much is the speed? Speed is 30 meter per minute. How much is the time? Time is 6 minutes. Okay, so how much is the distance covered by Malini initially? Is 30 into 6 is clearly 180 meter. So 180 meter is the distance covered by Malini. Okay, when she leaves. So let us cover the 180 meter. So Malini would have come somewhere here. Okay, and this distance traveled is 180 meter. This distance traveled is 180 meter. So how much is the distance left out? It is going to be 530 minus 180, which is nothing but 350. So the total distance from here to here is now 350 meter. Okay, and this is the new position of Malini. We can say this is the new position of Malini. Okay, and the distance left out is just 350 meter. Now what they are asking for, whereas Seema speed is 10 minute per meter more than Malini speed. Okay, Seema speed is 10 meter per minute more. So see, Malini speed was 30 meter per minute. So Seema speed will be how much? Seema's will be nothing but 40 meter per minute to make it 10 meter per minute more. So it is 40 meter per minute. Now what they're asking, what is the distance between Seema's and Pavani's place? So we can see now there is a distance of 350 meter between new position of Malini and old position of Seema. Now, let us decide this thing. Let's say the distance between Seema and Pavani's place is X. So let's make a new diagram. Seema is here and Pavani is here. The distance between them is X meter. And the new place for Malini is this. Okay, where the total distance this is 350 meter. So if this value is x, what will be this value? This will be 350 minus x. Okay, this value will be 350 minus x. So this is the new situation. Now the new situation says that they have to meet at Pavani's place. So in whatever time Seema will reach to Pavani's place, in the same time Malini should also reach to the Pavani's place. So the time taken by Seema should be equal to time taken by Malini now. Then only they can meet at the place of Pavani. Now let us see this. Now time is equal to distance over speed always. So what is the distance covered by Seema is x. What is the speed of Seema? Speed of Seema is 40 meter per minute. This time is equal to time taken by Malini. What is the distance covered by Malini? Distance covered by Malini is 350 minus x divided by what is the speed of Malini is 30. Now this is the new situation. Now if we cross multiply this thing, so obviously we can frame an equation. 30x is equal to 40 into 350, that is nothing but 14,000 minus 40x. If you solve this equation, the x value is coming out to be exactly 200 meter. X value is coming out to be exactly 200 meter. So what they are asking for, they are asking for they're asking for what is the distance between Seema and Pavani's place. So this is what is the Seema and Pavani's place distance. Seema and Pavani's place distance we are assumed to be x. So that's what we have got. X value as 200 meter. So that becomes the right answer. Only the distance between Seema and Pavani's place is 200 meter. This is how it is. Now, the next question says, what is the distance between Malini's and Pavani's place? So clearly we had got this diagram in which this had come out to be 200. Pavani's place was this. Malini's new position was here. And this distance was nothing but 350 minus x. So 350 minus 200 is 150. So this is 150 here. And how much was the distance covered here in the last diagram? This was the Malini's new position. This was the Malini's old position. This distance was nothing but 180. So total distance, he's asking for Malini's and Pavani's place. So total distance between Malini and Pavani's place is 150 plus 180, which is nothing but 330 meters. So that is the distance between Malini's and Pavani's place is going to be 330 meter. Now, what is the ratio of distance covered by Seema and Malini from their respective offices to reach Pavani's place? Okay, so we have to see distance covered by Seema is to distance covered by Malini. Distance covered by Seema is to distance covered by Malini. We have just seen that diagram. Seema was here, Pavani was here, and the Malini's original position was here. This distance was 330 meter. This distance was X value, which we calculated to be 200 meter. So distance covered by Seema to Malini is clearly 200 is to 330. 200 is to 330. If we simplify this becomes 20 is to 33. Okay, so that is the exact ratio 20 is to 33 is the right answer. Now, okay, is they say Mr. Saluja, a retired teacher, purchased a car from his savings for his only son on his birthday 3 years ago for rupees 9.6 lakhs. Its value depreciates each year at 25% per annum. What is the present worth of the car? So, depreciated value can be calculated by depreciated value. Okay, depreciated value or depreciated cost can be calculated by a formula present worth 1 minus r over 100 to the power n, whereas p is the present worth, okay, or the worth at the time of the purchase. R is nothing but the rate at which it is getting depreciated in percentage, and value is nothing but the number of years, okay, number of years. So let us use this formula. He's saying what is the present worth? Present worth here will be used as the original worth at the time of purchase, that is 9.6 lakhs. So the depreciated price now at present will be present that time worth was when the car was purchased was 9.6 lakhs. Okay, so we're going to use like this 9 lakh 60,000. We can write it in all 9.6 lakh. 1 minus rate of depreciation is 25% given. So 25 over 100 to the power how many years after they are asking for? 3 years have been passed. So per multiply to the power 3. If we solve this further, this comes out to be 9 lakh 60,000. 1 minus 25 by 100 is 1 by 4. So 1 minus 1 by 4 is simply 3 by 4 cube. So we need to clearly solve this. 9,60,000 into 3 into 3 into 3 divided by 4 into 4 into 4. So we clearly need to divide these number. 96 divides 96 by divides 4. 96 divided by 4 is 24. Then this 24 divided by 4 gives 6. Then the 6 and 4 can cut by 3 and 2, and this 3 gets multiplied over. So after calculating this whole sum, we are getting the final value as 4,05,000. So that is the final value after 3 years, and that is the present cost 4,05,000. Now he says, what will be the worth of the car 1 year hence from the present? So it is getting depreciated every year. So after 1 year, the depreciated cost, okay, after 1 year, the depreciated price will be simply the present price, okay, 1 minus r over 100. After 1 year, so n value will be simply 1. So let us put the values. Present worth is 9,60,000. Rather, the present worth calculated in the last question which we did was 4,05,000. So that is the present worth. And after 1 year, it will become rate is still 25% over 100 to the power 1. We need to solve this. This is becoming 4,05,000. 25 by 100 is 1 by 4. So it is again 3 by 4. So we need to solve this 4,05,000 into 3 by 4, which is coming out to be 3,03,750, and it is available here. Now the question is, Raghu Raman, a mathematics teacher, while giving a demonstration to his mathematics class, asked the student to solve the problems given below based on the information that change in the length and breadth of a rectangle is plus 20% and minus 10% respectively. That means the length has been increased by 20%. That's why the plus sign is there. And the breadth has been decreased by 20%. That's why the minus sign is there. Then they are asking, find the change in the area of the field with the change in the length and breadth. So let us find out the old area. Area of a rectangle is always given by L into B. So let the length is L, breadth is B. So the older area would have been L into B. Now, the new area, let us find out the new area. New area will be new length into new breadth. New length will be 20% more than the original length. Okay, so that will be L plus 20% of L divided by 100. Okay, L plus 20% of L into B is reduced by 10%. So it will be B minus 10% of B over 100. This is how we are supposed to calculate the new area. So it is going to be L plus 20% of L is simply going to be L plus 20L by 100. And for the breadth part, it has to be B minus 10B by 100. Okay, if we solve this further, this becomes 120L by 100 into this becomes 90B by 100. Okay, so this is the new area completely. We can obviously simplify this by cutting the numbers like this. So it becomes like 12 into 9, that is 108 lb by 100. Okay, that is nothing but 1.08 lb. That is the new area, 1.08 lb. That is a new area. The older area was lb, the new area is 1.08 lb. They're asking for the change in the length and breadth. They're asking for the change in the area. So what is the change in the area is obviously going to be new area minus the old area, which is nothing but 0.08 lb. That is the difference in the area. They're asking for to check this in terms of percentage, either whether this has been increased or it has been decreased and by how much percent. So clearly we can see the area has become 1.08. Earlier it was just 1. So obviously there is an increase. How much increase? 1 has become 1.08. So increase of 0.08 is there out of 1 into 100%. That is the percentage increase calculation. Total increase is 0.08. Older value of the area was 1 lb. We can write lb here for an easy understanding into 100%. So this is nothing but clearly 0.08 into 100. That is nothing but 8% increase only. So that is the right answer. 8% increase. It is already available. That is the right answer. They're asking, find the change in the parameter of the field with the change in the length and breadth if its length is 100 meter and breadth is 80 meter. Okay, so the parameter of a rectangle is always given by twice of L plus B. Okay, where L is length and B is breadth. So what was the older parameter? It has to be twice of length was the older parameter we need to calculate. The length was 100, to twice of 100 plus 80. Okay, that is nothing but 360 meter. That is the original parameter, 360 meter. Now they're asking for okay, they're asking for the change in the parameter. So we need to find out the new parameter for that. For finding out the new parameter, we need to utilize new length and new breadth. Okay, we need to use new length and new breadth. New length is 20% more, new breadth is 10% less. So in the earlier question also we found out this. So this had to be 2 of new length was 1.2 L, 20% more, and new breadth was 10% less, that is 0.9 of B. Okay, this was the original length, 20% increased length, and this was the 10% reduced breadth. So if we solve this further, this comes out to be twice of 1 point into 9. So it is going to be 1.2 plus 1.2 L plus 0.9 B. So if we calculate this further, then we can easily formulate this. Okay, earlier it was 180. So we can find out 1.2 into 100 for the length part, and for the breadth part has to be 0.9 into 80. These are the values. Okay, these are the new parameter. If we calculate this further, this is going to be 1.2 into 100 is simply going to be 120 plus 0.9 into 80 is going to be 72, which brings out to be twice of 192. Okay, which is nothing but 384 meters. So this is the new parameter, 384 meter. The earlier parameter was 360 meter. So clearly the parameter has been increased by 384 minus 360, that is nothing but 24 meter. Clearly the parameter has increased by 24 meter, and that is the right answer. Now there's a diagram over there. They are saying she constructs a figure and asks her friends to find the angles in the figure where L and M are parallel to each other. So it is clearly shown like this. This is the line L, this is the line M. They are parallel to each other. Okay. And this is how the triangle has been created. This is how the triangle has been created. This very angle is A. This very angle is 120. This very angle is 60 already given. This very angle is B and the other one is C. We are supposed to find out the value of C. Let us do it. So we can see if this angle, let us name these points so that the things can be identified by the name A, B and C. These are the names A, B and C. So clearly we can write angle ACB, that is this angle. ACB is nothing but 180 minus 120, because this angle and this angle is actually forming a linear pair, a straight line that has got a 180-degree angle always. So 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. The reason is they are forming a linear pair. Okay. So the angle, this angle comes out to be, this very angle comes out to be 60 degree here. Now, if this is 60 degree, we can formulate some other things also. Now, as we know, these are two parallel lines. These are two parallel lines, and this is the transversal going like this, and this very angle is 120 degree. So, in a parallel line, the interior alternate angles are also equal. So, interior alternate angle of this 120 degree is nothing but this very angle. Okay, the interior alternate angle of this particular 120 degrees, this very angle, which is nothing but in the diagram the sum of 60 and b. So this 60 and b is actually equal to 120 degree. So we can clearly write 60 degree plus angle b degree is equal to 120 degree, which states that b degree value is nothing but 120 minus 60, that is 60 degree. So value of angle b has already come out to be 60 degree. Now we are supposed to find out the angle C. Now again, this angle 60 and B and this angle C is actually forming a linear pair where the sum is 180 degree. So we can clearly write 60 plus angle B, whose value is again 60, plus angle C is actually forming a linear triplet, that is 180 degree. So clearly C is nothing but 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree again. So we have got the value of C angle as 60 degree itself, and that is the right answer. Now, here finding out to answer the angle B, we have already calculated angle B in the earlier part. We can do it briefly in this part also. So this angle is 120 degree. So this complete angle has to be also 120 degree because they are interior alternate angles. They are simply interior alternate angles of two parallel lines like this. Okay, this is 120. So this all has to be also 120, which is nothing but the sum of angle 60 and angle B. So clearly 60 plus angle B is equal to 120 degree, which gives us B value as 60 degree itself. Okay, so that is the right answer, 60 degree. Now angle A. So clearly in the last part we calculated the B value as 60 degree. This value in the first part we calculated as 60 degree. So angle sum of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree. Here we have got B as 60, the later angle is 60, and the A angle has to be equal to 180 degrees. So clearly angle A is nothing but 180 degree minus 60 plus 60, which is nothing but 180 minus 120, which is again comes out to be 60 degrees. So angle A is also coming out to be 60 degree. Now, Mr. Kaushal has four sons, Ravi, Raj, Rohan, and Ram. He gave them pocket money according to their seniority. One day he decided to equate the money with them. He asked Ravi to give Raj what Raj had initially, asked Raj to give Rohan what Rohan had initially, and finally asked Rohan to give Ram what Ram had initially. Thus, each of them had equal sum of rupees 48. So clearly we'll have to make the share of each and everybody one by one. So let us begin with that. So we have to assume certain values. So let's make a table out of it. Let's say this is Ravi, this is Raj, this is Rohan, and the next person is Ram. These are the four people available there. He says he decided to equate the money. He asked Ravi to give Raj what Raj had initially. So let us assume the initial amounts. Okay, what initial amount they all had individually. Let's say Ravi had A rupees, Raj had B, he had C, and Ram had D rupees initially. Okay, now after the change has been done, changed amount we are supposed to know. So look at the first step. He asked Ravi to give Raj what Raj had initially. So Ravi has given Raj what Raj already had. So Raj would have received B plus B, so that is equal to 2B amount. Raj initially had B and he has received B more. So it becomes 2b. He has received this b from Ravi. So Ravi would have now got a minus b because b has been given to Raj. So this is the changed amount of Ravi. Then Raj is having 2b now. Now, what is the next step? He's saying, Ra then ask Raj to give Rohan what Rohan had initially. How much did Rohan had? Rohan had C. He has been given the same C again. So now he will be having how much? C plus C, that is 2C. But this 2C has become because of C's addition, and this C has come from Raj only. So Raj would have a lack of C now. So the changed amount of Raj will be now 2B minus C, and the changed amount of Rohan will be 2C. Now let's move further. Similarly, Rohan to give Ram what Ram had initially. How much Ram had? D. He will be given more. He will be given the exact amount what he initially had. So he will be having D plus D. That is nothing but 2D. And this 2D has become because of the addition of D, and this addition of D has come from Rohan. So the Rohan would have got a lag of D now. So that is 2C minus D. So these are the final changed amounts: A minus B, then 2b minus c, then 2c minus d, and 2d. These are the final changed amount: a minus b, 2b minus c, 2c minus d, and 2d. These are the final changed amount. Okay, then he says, thus each of them had equal sum of rupees 48. So everyone is having 48 rupees now, and we are supposed to find out the amount of Ravi. So clearly 2D value is also 48, 2C minus D is also 48. So everything is just simply 48. Now 2D is equal to 48. That is the first thing we have. So obviously D value will be how much? Half of 48, that is 24. We have got the value of D, that is 24. Now we had this condition where 2c minus d. So this value, every value is here 48. Every value is simply 48. So 2c minus d is also 48, where d value we already know is 24. So we can write 2c minus 24 is 48, which will give us the 2c value as 48 plus 24, that is nothing but 72. So which will give us c value as 72 by 2, that is 36. Okay, now again, 2b minus c is also 48. So 2b minus c is also 48. We already know the c value. So it is 2b minus 36 is also 48. Okay, so 2b value will be how much? 48 plus 36. Okay, 46, 48 plus 36 will be going to be 84. So b value comes out to be 84 by 2, that is 42. So we have got the b value as 42. Again, the last part, a minus b is also 48. So a minus b is also 48, where we know the b value now. A minus 42 is also 48. So a value will be simply 48 plus 42, that is 90. Okay, what they had asked for? They had asked for what was the initial amount of Rabi? Initial amount of Rabi we had assumed to be A only, and that A has come out to for us as 90. So that becomes the right answer on the value of A is 90. Okay, and we have stated the everybody's value. A is 90, B is 42, C is 36, and D is 24. 90, 42, 36, 24. So we have got these values. We can carry forward these numbers in the next question also if required. He says find the percentage change in amount with Ram. So let us write down the values. This was Ravi, then was Raj, then was Rohan, then was Ram. Initial values were A, B, C, D, which we calculated in the last question as the A, B, C, D amount that we calculated was 90. Then it was 42, then it was 36, and finally it was 24. These were the initial amounts. Okay, now he's saying, well, find the percentage change the amount with Ram. So the final amount that had become because of the last question was this was 24 again, and this was okay. Let us check once again. He said find the percentage change in the amount with Ram. So Ram had got 24 only, but because the total amount was 48 and this was equal to 2D, so D value was only 24. D value was 24, so the amount had become to be 48. So we are supposed to check the change from 24 to 48. Okay, so change, percentage change or percentage increase can be found out by the new value, that is 48, minus the old value, that is 24, divided by the old value only, that is 24, into 100%. Okay, if you solve this, this is coming out to be 24 by 24 into 100%, which is simply 100%. So that is the right answer, 100%, available in option number A. Now, the ratio between the initial and the final amount of Rohan. Okay, as we calculated for everybody there, this was Ravi, this was Raj, this was Rohan, and this was Ram. Okay, so for the case of Rohan, the initial amount that we got was this was 90, this was 42, this was 36, and this was 24. And the final amount, we have to find out the ratio between initial and final amount of Rohan. Initial amount of Rohan was clearly 36, and the final amount of Rohan, as we calculated in the first part itself, was 48. We have to find out the ratio of 36 is to 48. 36 is to 48 is simply going to be 12 3 ja 36, 12 4 ja 48 is going to be 3 is to 4. So that is the right answer. Find the percentage change in the amount of Ravi. So we had Ravi here, Raj here, Rohan here, and Ram here. Okay, the amount of Ravi initially that was calculated as 90, and final amount of Ravi was calculated to be 48. We have to find the percentage change. Percentage change is always given by the final value minus the original value divided by the original value itself is equal to into 100%. So how much is the change in the amount of Ravi? So final value was 48, then initial value was 90 divided by the initial value into 100%. Okay, this is always a mod, so the difference is always positive. How much is that? That is going to be 42 by 90 into 100%. If we solve this further, this comes out to be exactly 47%. This comes out to be exactly 47%, and that is the right answer. It is available here. Now, in a survey conducted by a Standard of Living Regulatory Society, it was found that the average expenditure of a boy in a month of is rupees 3,000, and average of a girl is 2,000, and average of both of them is 2,325 rupees. Okay, and we are supposed to find out what is the possible strength of boys. This is what we're supposed to find out. So let's say the number of boys is equal to X, because the number is not given, but the average is given. And similarly, let us assume number of girls in the batch is, let's say, Y. Now, let us find out the grand average. How we can find out the grand average? Total of boys plus total of girls. Total of boys plus total of girls divided by total number of boys and girls. Total number of boys and girls. Okay, total number of boys and girls. Okay, that gives the grand average. Okay, that gives the grand average, which is already given to be 2325. So total number of boys will be total value of boys. Okay, total amount of boys will be number of boys, that is X, into uh, average of boy. Average of boy is given as 3,000, so X into 3,000. That is the total amount with boys, plus total amount with girls will be number of girls Y, multiplied by amount of a average amount of a girl is 2,000, so multiply by 2,000, divided by total number of boys and girls are X plus Y. Okay, and this is the grand average given to be 2325. Okay, this is the grand average given. We are supposed to solve this equation further, so obviously we're going to do cross multiply. So it's going to be 2325X plus 2325Y is equal to 3000X plus 2000Y. 3000X plus 2000Y. Now 2325X and 2000X, so we can clearly subtract 2325X minus 2000 okay, so let us do it by Y. 232Y minus 2000Y is equal to 3000X minus 2325X. We have just changed the side. Okay, so this is 325 Y is equal to 3000 minus 2325 that we are supposed to do. Okay, so this is going to be 675X. So we are supposed to find out the X by Y. So X by Y clearly will be X by Y. Y goes this away. 675 comes this side. So it has to be 325 by 675. If we simplify that and cut it by 25, 25 cuts 325 by 13 and he cuts 675 by 17. So the ratio becomes 13 by 17. So the ratio is 13 is to 17. So he's asking for, so this is just giving me the ratio, not the number. But he's not asking for the exact number, rather he's asking for the possible number. So this is the ratio boys to girl is 13 is to 17. So a possible number of boys could be simply 13. Okay, so that is the right answer, 13. What is the ratio of girls with respect to boy? We have already calculated this. Okay, boys and girls ratio we have calculated in the last part, that came out to be 13 is to 27. So obviously he's asking for ratio of girl with respect to boys. Okay, let us see it. Okay, x by y came out to be 13 by 17, where 13 was the boys part and uh, 17 was the girls part. They are asking for ratio of girl with respect to boy. So if they are asking for girl with respect to boy, so we'll have to write 27 first and then 13. So the ratio, right ratio is 27 is to 13. Find the, okay, so the question says, Dayanand, the father of a 3-year-old girl, told his friends that every day he adds rupees 3 more than the previous day in his daughter's piggy bank for 10 days every month. Later on, he also told him that the amount added by him on the last day was 2 times the amount added by him on the second day. So we have to find out the amount added by him on the 10th day. So for that purpose, we need to find out the amount added on any of the day possible. So let us assume something. Okay, let us assume that he says he also told him that the amount added by him on the last day was 2 times the amount added by him on second day. So let us assume only the second day's amount. Okay, let the amount added, let the amount added on second day, let us assume this, let the amount added on the second day is, let's say, x rupees. Now he's saying, if the second day is x rupees, so let us make a chart out of it. So second day he's adding x rupees. So obviously what would have been added on the first day? He's saying that every day he adds rupees 3 more than the previous day. So if x rupees has been added on the second day, then obviously on the first day 3 rupees less would have been added. Okay, so that would have been x minus 3. Then only x minus 3 plus 3 will make it x. So on the third day, the amount added will be simply x plus 3, 3 more than the previous one. On the fourth day, it will be x plus 6. On the fifth day, it will be x plus 9. On the sixth day, it will be x plus 12. Seventh, it will be x plus 15. Eighth, it will be x plus 18. And on the ninth day and 10th day, we are supposed to find out that also. On the ninth day, it would have been x plus 21. Okay, this is how we can calculate, and we are supposed to find out the amount added on the 10th day. Now this is the chart that we have. Now let us see the condition given by him. He is giving the condition as amount added by him on the last day is 2 times the amount added on the second day. So amount added on the last day will be how much, for how many days does he add this amount to daughter's piggy bank? For 10 days every month. He keeps on adding the amount till 10 days. So amount on the 10 day in the same fashion will be x plus 24. So this is the amount of the 10 day. He's saying this amount is twice the amount on the second day. Okay, so the connection is between these two. So let us establish the connection. X plus 24 amount on the 10 day is twice of the amount on the second day that we have assumed as x. If we solve this equation, we are getting the x value as 12, rather x value as 24. If we solve this, we are getting the x value as 24. Now what he is wanting us to calculate the amount added on the 10th day. How much is the amount added on the 10th day? Is going to be x plus 24. So if we want to calculate x plus 24, then how much will it be? It will be x plus 24, that is nothing but x value is 24 itself, so it will be 24 plus 24, that is nothing but 48 rupees added on the last day or on the 10th day. So that is the answer, option D. Okay. Now the question is, it is the same question, and we have got the amount ordered on the first day is 24 minus 3, that is nothing but 21, and so on. The amounts have been increasing by plus 3, and so on. The first day is this, second day is this, and in the same fashion, the 10th day we are getting the chart as the final amount as 48. So this was the chart made for the first question. It is continued for the second question also. Find the total amount added in an year. So we are supposed to add all these number 21, 24, 27, 30. Here will be 30, then there will be 33, then there will be 36, 39, 42, 45, and the last amount will be 48. So obviously we are supposed to add all these numbers, okay, and that will be the total amount added up. So if we add all of these numbers, we are getting the total amount as total amount of all the 10 days. He's saying find the total amount added in an year. For that, we'll first of all calculate the total amount added in a month. So total amount added in a month, total monthly amount. Let us say total monthly amount is how much? Summation of all them. So if we add them together, the total sum is coming out to be 345 rupees. And he's saying what is the amount added in a year. So if monthly amount is 345, so yearly amount will be simply 12 times 345. Okay, because a year has got 12 months. 12 times 345 is nothing but rupees 4140. So that is the final answer. Amount added in a year is simply 4140 rupees, option A. Now, the question is Bhaskar and Darpan, two unemployed youths, started their business together by investing 4 lakh rupees in the ratio of 1 is to 1. So we need to distribute this 4 lakh in the ratio 1 is to 1. Ratio 1 is to 1 means that there has been an equal ratio. So equal ratio is also only possible, equal contribution is only possible when you divide the whole sum in two parts, okay, and both parts should be equal. They both worked very hard and able to fetch a profit of 50% of the capital invested every year. Okay, capital is nothing but the total investment. So they're asking for if the 50% of the profit is invested every year, then find the total investment after first year. Okay, so let us find out 50% of the profit. So how much is the profit earned? Profit earned is, he has given the profit of 50% of the capital invested. Okay, they both work very hard and able to fetch a profit of 50% of the capital invested every year. So profit is nothing but 50% of the capital, and the capital value is nothing but 4 lakh rupees. Okay, so we have just to find out 50% of 4 lakh, that is nothing but half of 4 lakh, that is nothing but simply 2 lakh rupees. So that is the profit earned. Okay, 50% of 4 lakh, that is nothing but 2 lakh rupees has been the profit. But what they are saying, they are saying if 50% of the profit is invested again, okay, whatever has been the profit earned, they are investing it again. So how much will be the second investment? Second, obviously the first investment was 4 lakh rupees by both of them. Second investment will be half of this profit, and half of this profit will be half of 2 lakh, that is nothing but 1 lakh will be the second investment. So, okay, so 1 lakh is the second investment. The first investment was simply 4 lakh rupees only. So the total investment after first year will be 4 lakh plus 1 lakh, that is nothing but 5 lakh rupees. So total investment after a year is nothing but 5 lakh rupees. That is the answer, option number A. Now, the same question again, Bhaskar and Darpan. Okay, find the profit share of Darpan after an year. We are supposed to find out the profit share of Darpan after an year. So let us find out the total profit. The total profit as calculated in the previous question also is nothing but 2 lakh rupees, 50% of the capital investment. Now we are wanting to find out the profit share. So profit is always distributed in terms of the investment ratio, and the investment ratio is 1 is to 1. So clearly we have to find out the 2 lakh is to be distributed between 1 is to 1. So obviously each one would have got half of the part. Okay, so profit of both of them, so profit of Darpan also will be simply half of the 2 lakh. That is nothing but going to be 1 lakh rupees. Okay, that is the right answer. It is available in option number D. Now you're saying Chirag has certain amount of money saved with him. He gave 1/3 of his saving to his brother as a gift. In return, his father gave him rupees 560. Then he gave half of the new amount with him to his sister. In return, his mother gave him rupees 24. Then he found out that he has a 496 rupees with him. Find the initial saving of Chirag. So we can do this question by assuming the initial saving first, and then keep on applying whatever he's giving to the other member, and in return whatever he's giving to the other member, we'll subtract from the initial one, and whatever he's receiving from the another member, we will add it to the previous one. We'll add it to the previous one, and this is how we can calculate the things. Okay, so let us try this out. Now, what we can do is we can simply find out, let's say the initial saving. Okay, let us assume that the initial saving of the Chirag is, let's say, X. The initial saving of the Chirag we are assuming as X. Now, if this is the case, what we can do, the first thing that he has done is he gave one third of his saving to his brother as a gift. So one third has been given by him. So how much is left out with him? X minus one third of X has been remained part. Okay, what is the remaining part? The remaining part is obviously X minus one third of X. Nothing, that is nothing but 2 by 3 of X. So this much part has been still remaining. 2 by 3 of X is remaining with him. After this has been done, in return his father gave him rupees 560. So 2 by 3 X is left out with him after giving one third, and then he's receiving 560 rupees back. So what is the total amount now? Okay, what is the total amount now with him, or the new amount with him is total, or the new amount with him will be 2 by 3x, that was the leftover part, plus as given by his father, that is 560 rupees. So this is the total amount, or rather the new amount with him, 2 by 3x plus 560 rupees. Now next what he's doing, he's giving half of the new amount with him to the sister. So half has been given, so how much would be left out? Only the half would be left out. So how much will be the next new amount? Let us write it as next new amount will be half of the initial amount, that is 1 by 2 of 2 by 3x plus 560. That much would have been left out with him, which makes it 2 by 6x plus 280. This is how we can do the half of 2 by 3x plus 560. That is 2 by 6x plus 280. This is the next new amount with him. But he's saying after doing this, his mother gave him rupees 24. So what in return he's receiving 24 more. So what is the total new amount? What is the total new amount with him is obviously the 2 by 6x plus 280 rupees. This was there with him already, and his mother has also given him 24 rupees, so plus 24. So this is the next new amount there with him, 2 by 6x plus 280 plus 24. This is the next new amount they're left out with him. And then they are saying after this has been done, he is finding out that he has got for rupees 496 rupees in his hand. So if he has got rupees 496 rupees in his hand, so clearly this is equal to rupees 496. Okay, if this is equal to 496, then we can obviously solve for the value of X. And if we try this solving this, we can obviously get the value of X. This is going to be X by 3 plus 280 plus 24 is going to be 304, is equal to 496 rupees, is equal to 496 rupees. Now if we solve for X, how much do we get? Okay, so it is clearly going to be X by 3 is equal to 496 minus 304. Okay, that is going to be so x by 3 is going to be 570 x by 3, and then we can in the same way we can find out 496 minus 304, and the x value will be 3 times of all this, and that is coming out to be rupees 576. X value is coming out to be 576. What they have asked in the question, they have asked in the question, find out that find the initial saving of Chirag. So initial saving we had assumed to be X, and the X value after solving has come out to be rupees 576. So that is the final answer. X value is 576, option number C. Now, the same question again continues. Find the amount of money given by Chirag to his sister. Okay, so amount of money given by Chirag to his sister. So initial amount with Chirag was X. Then he gave one third to his brother as a gift. So he was left out with 2 by 3x. Then in return his father gave him 560. So 2 by 3x plus 560 he got. Then he gave half of the new amount to him with to his sister. So how much did he give to his sister? Half of all this. So let us find out half of 2 by 3x plus 560. If you do the half of this is nothing but 2 by 6x plus 280. This is the amount given by him to his sister, 2 by 6x plus 280 rupees, where we have already calculated the initial amount of Chirag, the x value in the last question we have just calculated 576 rupees. So we just need to put the 576 rupees value as x in this particular formation, and then we will be able to find out the amount given by him to his sister. So let us put the values of x, 2 by 6 into 576 plus 280. So this is going to be the final value. Okay, if we solve this further, then we can obviously find out the answer. So 2 by 6x plus 576 plus 280 is actually coming out to be rupees 472. That becomes the right answer available in option number B. Now, the same question continues. He's asking what is the approximate percentage change in the saving of Chirag? So, initial saving of Chirag, okay, initial saving. Chirag's initial saving we calculated in the first part of the question as 576. Okay, and then in the at the very last, how much is the saving that is left out with him? At the very last, we calculated an amount. The very last amount of the Chirag was nothing but final saving. Chirag's final saving that we found out was nothing but rupees 496. Okay, so how much is the percentage change? So percentage change is always calculated by finding out the difference first. So difference of 576 minus 496. Okay, we are supposed to find out 576 minus 496 divided by, okay, the initial saving, that is nothing but 576 into 100%. Okay, final minus initial over initial into 100%, and this comes out to be approximately 14%. Okay, this comes out to be, solution of this comes out to be approximately 14%. So that should become the right answer, 14%. Now the question says Elisa wants to throw a grand party this new year, so she invited all the friends on her Facebook and friends of friends. Totally 73%, including Lisa, attended her new party. How many handshakes are possible if they shake hands together in a pair of cyclic sequence? See, whenever people shake hand in a cyclic sequence, what actually happens is, suppose this one person is there, second person is there, three. As it is a cyclic sequence, there has to be a circle formed, four, five, six, and let's say there are seven people only. So if there were seven people, let us find out how many handshakes are possible. So one would have shaken hand with two, two would have shaken hand with three, three would have shaken hand with four, and so on, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7, and lastly 7 to 1. So how many are they? This is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 only. So what we found out was that if there are 7 people in a cyclic sequence and they handshake, then the total number of handshakes are 7 only. So the total number of handshakes are equal to the number of people only. Okay, there he is saying how many handshakes are possible if they shake hands together in a pair of cyclic sequence. So if there are 73%, so how many handshakes will be there in a cyclic sequence? Will be equal to the number of people who are shaking hands. So that is nothing but 73 itself. So total number of handshakes in a cyclic sequence will be simply 73, and that is the right answer. Okay. The same question continues. Now he's asking how many handshakes are possible if there are randomly exclusive handshakes. So if there are randomly exclusive handshakes, then total number of handshakes to be calculated. So for that, we'll have to take the help of the concept of combination. What is the concept of combination? How many hands are required for one handshake? Let us find out how many handshakes are required for having one handshakes. So clearly the reply is two. So at any point of time, if you want to create one handshake, then there are two hands involved. So for creating any number of handshakes, we need for creating any number of handshake, we at least need two people. So out of the 73 people, as many combinations of two together, as many combinations of two together you can make out of those 73, that every combination is itself a handshake, that every combination becomes itself a handshake. Okay, so we are clearly supposed to just know that how many combination of two together can be made out of a total 73 people available. That can be done by the thing called as 73C2. Okay, out of 73, how many groups of two can be formed can be calculated by the concept of combination as 73C2. Expansion of NCR as stated in the earlier question is n factorial, r factorial, n minus r factorial. This is the expansion of NCR. So let us apply this the same thing. So n factorial becomes 73 factorial divided by r factorial becomes 2 factorial and multiplied by 73 minus 2 factorial. If we solve this further, this comes out to be 73. 73 factorial can be written as 73 into 72 into 71 factorial. Okay, divided by 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1, that is 2, into 73 minus 2 factorial is nothing but 71 itself, 71 factorial. Now this 71 factorial and 71 factorial gets cancelled out. So we are left out with 73 into 72 divided by 2. Okay, this 2 can cut this 72 by 36. So clearly we are supposed to find out 73 into 36. If we find out 70 into 30 into 36, that comes out to be exactly 2628. So that many total number of handshakes are possible, 2628. That is available in option number D becomes the right answer. Now, the same question continues. Now, he's asking how many handshakes are possible if they shake hands in a linear pair. Okay, so let us find out. Let us try to establish that how many handshakes are done when people shake hand in a line. Linear pair means a straight line. Let's have first person, second person, third person, fourth person, five person. So one will shake hand with second, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to five. So how many handshakes are done? One, two, three, four. So when people shake hand in a straight line, if there are five people involved, so handshakes possible are just four. So that is, in a line, the handshakes are one less than the total number of people in the group. So how many people are there we have in the group? 73. So total number of handshakes in the line will be 73 minus 1. That is nothing but 72 handshakes will be possible. That is available in option number B, and that becomes the right answer. Now, but the next question is Prashant is working as an assistant manager due to some urgent work. He had to leave for other branch that is 120 kilometer from his office. While driving at his normal speed, Prashant reached there in 1.5 hours. So clearly, the time is given as 1.5 hour. That is nothing but 3/2 hours. Okay, and the distance is given as 120 kilometer. Okay, this is the data that is given with us. He's finding out what is the normal speed of this Prashant. So we'll have to use the formula of speed. Speed is equal to distance over time. So we have got the distance of 120. Okay, and the time value is 3/2. So if we do this 120 divided by 3/2, okay, if we solve this further, this comes out to be 120 divided by 3 into 2, which is nothing but 40 into 2, that is nothing but 80 kilometer per hour. So that is the usual speed of Prashant, 80 kilometer per hour, which is available in option number D. Now, the same question continues. Now he is asking at what speed Prashant has to drive if he has to reach there in 1 hour. Now the time value, new time value changes to 1 hour. Speed, distance still remains the same, 120 kilometer. Now he's asking at what speed he has to drive. So let us find out the new speed. Speed is obviously going to be distance upon time again. Distance is 120 divided by time is 1 hour. So it is going to be 120 by 1, that is nothing but 120 kilometer per hour. That has to be the speed of Prashant. It is available in option number A. Okay, let us go for the next one. The same question continues. There he is asking in what time Prashant will cover the same distance at 50% of his normal speed. Okay, now we have to suppose to calculate time, but we know the distance value that is given as 120 kilometer. What else has been given to us? 50% of the normal speed. So the new speed is 50% means just half. So normal speeds. So the new speed is 50%. That is half of the normal speed. Normal speed we calculated in the question was uh, the normal speed that we calculated was 80 kilometer per hour. Now the speed is just half, so the new speed will be half of the 80, that is 40 kilometer per hour. So this is the new speed. He wanting us to calculate the time. Time is obviously speed. If the speed value is distance over time, so clearly the time value becomes, time comes in here, speed goes down there, distance over speed. So distance value is 120, speed value is 40. If we calculate this further, this comes out to be exactly 3 hours. So if he goes by 50% of his speed, the time taken will be 3 hours. That is available in option number C. Now, if 3 pens are to be randomly drawn from the box, what will be the probability that all of them are blue? There is a data given. A box contained 4 red pens, 9 blue pens, and 5 green pens. These are the different composition in a box. The pens are to be drawn randomly as per the specification given in each of the following questions. The first question is 3 pens are to be randomly drawn from the box. What will be the probability that all of them are blue? So first of all, the probability's basic definition is number of favorable outcomes divided by number of total outcome. That is the basic definition. Let us find out the total outcome first. Okay, how many can be the total outcome? So for that, we need to find out the total number of balls. Total number of balls are 4 red, 9 blue, and 5 green. That is 9 plus 4, 13 plus 5. 18 balls are there. Okay, this is the total number of balls available with us. And how many balls we have to pick the randomly? He's saying rather, they are pens. So we have to pick 3 pens out of 18 pens available there. Okay, it's not balls, it is pens. So we have to pick 80 out of 18. We have to pick any 3 pens. So out of 18, any 3 pens can be picked up in how many total ways? That is our total number of chances. So total number of cases. So out of 18, how many ways we can pick up any three balls is obviously going to be 18C3. Out of 18, any three pens can be picked up in 18C3 ways. Let us find out the number of favorable ways. Number of favorable ways, for that, we need to find out what we want to pick up. We want to pick up all of them being blue. How many blue are there? There are 9 blue. So clearly, to have all the blue balls, we have to pick all the blue balls from the blue balls only. How many blue pens are there? There are 9 blue pens. So we have to clearly pick out of 9, we have to pick 3. So it has to be 9C3. So that is the number of favorable outcome. 18C3 is the total number of outcomes. So clearly we are supposed to find out the probability. The expression for the probability becomes 9C3 divided by 18C3. Okay, so clearly we need to expand this first. So 9C3 is going to be 9 factorial, 3 factorial, 9 minus 3, 6 factorial, divided by 18 C3 will be 18 factorial, 3 factorial, 18 minus 3, 15 factorial. Okay, we can write this in the other way around also. 9 factorial over 3 factorial into 6 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial, 15 factorial divided by 18 factorial. Okay, this is how we can cut few things. 3 factorial and 3 factorial are gone. Now, clearly we are supposed to calculate 9 factorial over 6 factorial. How we can write this? We can write this as 987 into 6 factorial divided by 6 factorial, which will get cancelled out this way, into 15 factorial over 18 factorial. So clearly we can write here 18 into 17 into 16 into 15 factorial. And in the numerator, we have already got a 15 factorial and that gets cancelled out. So we are ultimately left out with 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 18 into 17 into 16. So we can clearly cut few numbers. 9 cuts 18 by 2. 8 and 16, so 8 cut 16 by 2. So clearly we are left out with the final value as 7 divided by 68. So that is the ultimate probability, okay, of picking up all blue pens, that is 7 by 68. It is available in option number B. Now, in the same question, he is asking 4 pens are drawn randomly from the box. What will be the probability of that? Either all red or all green. First of all, the total number of cases. Now out of those 18 pens, we have to pick just 4. So the total number of outcomes are 18C4. Okay. Now the favorable outcomes. For that, we need to find out the number of favorable cases. How many favorable cases there? He's asking either all red or all green. So either all red, how many red are there? Either all red or all green. So how many red are there? There are 4 red pens. Okay. So out of 4, we have to pick 4. So it is going to be 4C4 plus for red plus. Why plus? Because he's saying either or. Whenever there is either or appears, we have to do plus. Okay, so this is for the red pens and for either all green. How many green pens are there? 5. Out of 5, we have to pick 4, so it has to be 5C4. So these are the favorable number of cases. Okay, 4C4 plus 5C4. The probability will be favorable by total, so it's clearly going to be 4C4 plus 5C4 divided by 18C4. That is the expression. If we solve this out further, 4C4, 4 factorial, 4 factorial, 4 minus 4, that is 0 factorial, plus 5C4, 5 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 minus 4, 1 factorial, okay, and divided by 18 factorial, 4 factorial, 18 minus 4, 14 factorial. This is the ultimate expression that is getting developed. Now 0 factorial and 1 factorial obviously 1, and 4 factorial and 4 factorial get cancelled out. So this becomes 1. So it is actually becoming 1 plus 5 factorial over 4 factorial is simply 5. So it is 1 plus 5. Okay, divided by 18 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 4 factorial. This is the final expression that is there with us. If we solve this further out, we are getting the final expression as 1 by 510. If we solve this out, we are getting the final value as 1 by 510. Let us find out where it is available. It is available in option number B, becomes the right answer. Now, he's saying the same question continues. 2 pens are drawn randomly from the box. What will be the probability that none is blue? First of all, the total number of outcomes. How many pens have been picked up? 2. Total pens are 18. In how many ways out of 18, 2 can be picked up is simply going to be 18C2. So that is the denominator. That is the total number of outcomes. Favorable outcomes. Let us find out the favorable outcomes he's asking for. He's saying none is blue. So if you don't want any blue to happen, then obviously you will be picking the pens from the red or the green. How many total red and green are there? That is 4 red and 5 green. So that is 9 green pens. So obviously I want to pick my pens out of these 9, but not blue. Okay, so how many ways out of 9 2 pens can be picked up? It's clearly going to be 9C2. So clearly the probability becomes 9C2 divided by 18C2. If you solve this further, this comes out to be 9 into 4 divided by 9 into 17, which becomes it, which makes it as 4 by 17. So that is the ultimate probability, 4 by 17. It is available as option number B. Now, there's a question. Number of teachers in a district was 32.6 thousand in the year 2009. Every year, the number of teachers decreased by 15%. What would be the number of teachers in the year 2010? Okay, so for that we use a depreciation formula. Okay, there is a formula called as depreciated value. Okay, depreciated value is always the present or the original value multiplied by 1 minus r over 100 to the power n, whereas p is the present value, r is nothing but the rate at which it is decreasing, and n is nothing but the number of years after which we have to calculate the depreciated value. Now he's saying uh, the initial amount was the initial number of teachers were 32.6 thousand. So clearly the present value is 32.6 thousand. That is nothing but going to be 32,600. This is the present value. Rate, every year the number of teachers decreased by 15%. So clearly the rate value is 15%. They are asking number of teachers in the year 2010. From 2009 to 2010 is a 1 year period. So clearly the n value is 1. So we have got all the values with us. Now we are supposed to calculate the depreciated number of teachers. So it becomes like, let's put the values in the formula: 32,600 1 minus 15 over 100 to the power 1. If we solve this further, this comes out to be 32,600 minus 4890. That comes out to be finally 27,710 teachers. So that is the final depreciated value after 1 year. 27,710 is clearly going to be 27.71 thousand, and that is available in option number B. Now, the same question continues. Now, he's asking if 3/8 of the number of teachers were postgraduates, okay, in the year 2009, and the remaining of the teachers were graduate only, what was the number of graduate teacher in the year 2009? So clearly we have got the total number of teachers at 32,600. He is saying 3/8 of the number of teachers were postgraduate. So the postgraduate teacher were simply 3 by 8 times of the total number of teachers, that is 32,600. Okay, if we calculate this, this comes out to be 12,200 225 teachers. So these many teachers were postgraduate, okay, in the year 2009. But he's not asking for the value of postgraduate teacher. He's asking for what was the number of graduate teachers. So number of graduate teachers can be found out by total number of teachers minus total number of postgraduate teachers. Okay, so total number of teachers were 32,600 minus the postgraduate teachers have come out to be 12,225. If you solve this further, this comes out to be 20,375. So these many teachers are graduate teacher as asked in the question, available in option number B, and it becomes the right answer this way. Okay. Now, in the next question, he says, what is the respect? So we need to see the data. So this is the data given to us. A company produced 5 different products: mobile phones, pen drives, calculator, television, and washing machine. Total number of all the 5 products is 1650. 24% of the total number of products is mobile phones. 1/6 of the total number of products is pen drives. 14% of the total number of products is calculators. Remaining products are either television or washing machine. The number of washing machine is 50 more than that of television produced. So this is the data given. For this particular data, we'll have to actually create the table for each and every value of the set available. So let us see that. The first and foremost thing that he has given is, so let us make a table out of it. So we can have the total number of devices over there. Then the first device is there is mobile phone. So we can write a column for mobile. Then another column can be made for pen drives. Okay, another column can be pen drives. Another column can be made for calculators. Okay, another column made for calculators. Another one can be made for televisions, and the last one can be made for washing machine. Okay, these are the 4 5 items that are there. Okay, in which the things are distributed. Let us see the first one. He's saying total is obviously 1650 as stated in the question. 1650 is the total amount, total number of devices, products. 24% of the total number of products is mobile phone. So clearly 24% of 1650 will be the number as mobile phones. How much is that? 24% of 1650. We need to solve this equation further. Okay, we need to cut these numbers, and if we cut these numbers, this value comes out to be 396 exactly. So the number of mobile phones is simply becomes 396. Now, further he's saying 1/6 of the total number of products is pen drive. So we need to do 1/6 of 1650, and that will be the number of pen drive. If we solve this further, 1/6 of the pen drive comes out to be the value as 275. So this is the number of pen drives. Next, he says 14% of the total number of products is calculators. Okay, so we need to find out the 14%, 14 by 100 of total number of products 1650, and this will be the number of calculator. And if we calculate this further, this value comes out to be exactly 291, 231. Okay, so this value comes out to be 231. That is the number of calculators, 231. Now, let us solve for TV. And then he says that remaining products are either television or washing machine. So for finding out the TV and washing machine's number, we need to actually subtract the sum of mobile phone, pen drive, and calculator from the total. Okay, what is said is the TV number of TV plus washing machine is actually equal to total value, that is 1650, minus sum of all these devices, that is 396 plus 275 plus 231. So this is how we are supposed to calculate. If we solve this further, we need to subtract things like this: 1650 minus 3 minus 396, 275 plus 231. And if we do this, then we can obviously find out the number. So if we solve this further, this comes out to be 9 plus 9 18, 8 1 4 7 748. So this is the number of TV plus washing machine, 748. But he has stated one equation that number of washing machine is 50 more than the number of television. So clearly washing machine minus TV value is 50, and washing machine plus TV value is 748. So we have got two equation with us. Washing machine plus TV value is 748. Washing machine minus TV value is 50. So if we solve this equation, for solving, we can simply add these two equation. If we add these two equation, the TV and TV gets cancelled. We get twice of the washing machine value as sum of 748 plus 50, that is nothing but 798. So clearly the value of washing machine is half of 798, which is nothing but 399. So that is the value of washing machine. And if you put this value of washing machine in the equation number 2, washing machine minus TV was 50. So the TV value is washing machine minus 50. So 399 minus 50, that is the value of TV, and that comes out to be exactly 349. So the TV's number is 349, washing machine's number is 399. So let's put back these values in there in the table. So TV's number is 349 and washing machine number is 399. So our table gets completed. Now we can find out any equation or any solve any problem. He's asking what is the respective ratio between the number of washing machine and number of calculators. So washing machine is to calculator, we need to find out. Washing machine value is 399, calculator value is 231. So clearly the ratio is 399 is to 231. That is the ratio. And obviously this needed to be simplified. If we want to simplify this, then we'll have to cut both the numbers by some number. So 399 is to 331. If we cut them and sequentially if we keep on cutting, ultimately we are getting the ratio as 19 is to 11. That is the ultimate ratio that we are getting. So that is the option available in the B option, that is 19 is to 11. Okay. Now, the same data continues. He's asking 24% of the number of pen drives are defective. What is the number of pen drives which are not defective? So, number of pen drive in the last last table that we found out was 275. This was the number of pen drives. He's saying 20%, 24% of the number of pen drive are defective. So, So how many are the defective pen drives? Is obviously going to be 275 minus 24%, rather, will be the defective pen drives will be simply 24% of total number of pen drive, that is 275. These will be the defective number of pen drives. If we solve this further, what is 24% of 275? 24 by 100 into 275. If we solve this further, this value comes out to be 24% of 275. We need to do, comes out to be exactly 66 pen drives. So 66 pen drive are the defective ones. He's asking for the not defective ones. So obviously not defective ones will be total number of pen drives, that is 275, minus the defective number of pen drives. 275 minus 66 is simply going to be 209 pen drives. So total number of non-defective pen drives are 209, which is available in option number A. Now, the same data continues. Now, he's asking the number of television produced is approximately what percent of total number of calculators and washing machine produced together. So, clearly we can refer to that table where the value of each one was calculated. So, the TV value in that particular table was 349. Calculators in that particular table is 349. Rather, calculators is 231. Calculator value is 231, and the value of washing machine also to be taken together. Washing machine value is 399. Okay, he's asking to take all together calculator and washing machine, so we need to add calculator and washing machine together. 231 plus 399, that's what we are supposed to do. Okay, so 231 plus 399 is simply going to be 630. So that is the total number of calculators plus washing machine. Okay, he's asking number of television produced is approximately what percent of. Number of television are 349. The 349 is what percent of. The question becomes like 349 is what percent of 630. This is the question. How do we solve these type of situation is whatever a pair after of becomes our denominator. So numerator is 349, denominator is 630 multiplied by 100%. This is how we are supposed to calculate 349 into divided by 630 into 600 into 100, and if we calculate this is precisely coming 55.3, and which can be approximated as 55%, which can be approximated as 55%. So that becomes the right answer, 55%. Now, he's saying what is the difference between the total number of television and mobile phone together and the number of calculators produced. So for that, we need to know the number. The number of television were 349 in that data. Mobile phones we calculated was 396, and the number of calculator as referred to that data is 231. Okay, so clearly we need to find out the difference between total number of television and mobile phone together. So we need to add them. These things to be kept together. 349 plus 396 that we have to do. 349 plus 396 that we have to do. Okay, which comes out to be 745. Okay, minus 231 that we have to do for finding out the difference. This is how the difference will be calculated. 745 minus 231 is simply going to be 541. So that is the ultimate difference value. 541 available. 541 has to be there, which is not available in any of the option. So clearly the answer becomes none of these. Now, what is the total number of pen drives, calculators, washing machine produced by the company? So we need to clearly have the data. The pen drive value is 275, calculators value is 231, and the washing machine value is 399. Okay, so we need to add them together. All these three numbers we are simply supposed to add. If we all of them add together, then it actually comes out to be the total sum as 905. So that is the right value, 905, available in option number D becomes the right answer. Now that the question is there, a building consists of men and women who spend their leisure time in watching movies, learning dance, learning singing. Eight men who have formed 10% of the total number. Eight number forms 10% of the total number of men in building learn to dance. The total number of women in the building is 62.5% of the total number of men in the building. 62.5% of the total number of men in the building. 24% of the total number of women learn to sing. 1/5. So all this data is given sequentially. We need to follow that, and then only we can find out the true data. So let us try to create the data out of it. The first thing that he's saying, obviously we need to create the chart first. Let us create the chart. So obviously there will be going to be number of men there, will be going to be number of women there, and we can obviously have the total because total is also required. Then the how many number men, this can be this can be one of the column of the chart, how many number of men are there. Then how many of them are watching movies, that could be another column added. Then how many of them are learning dance, that could be the second last column, and the last column is how many of them are learning the singing. So these are the columns for the table, and these are the title of the table set. Now, let's begin with the very beginning. He says, in the very beginning, he says, eight men who formed 10% of the total number of men. So, eight is actually 10% of total men in the group. So 8 is 10% of what? 8 is obviously 10% of 80. So now total number of men becomes simply 80 because 8 is 10% of the total men. So he's saying 8 men who form 10% total number of men are in the building learn to dance. So how many men are dancing? 8 men are learning to dance. So 8 value comes in here, 80 comes in here. Then the total number of women in the building is 62.5% of the total number of men in the building. So number of women is 62.5%, that is 62.5 divided by 100 into number of men, that is 80. So we are clearly supposed to find out the 62.5% of 80, which is going to be 4 by 5 times of 62.5, and this way we can find out total number of women, which comes out to be exactly 50 as the value. Okay, then he says total number of women in the building 24% of the total number of women learn to sing. So how many women are singing? 24% of the total women. So 24 by 100 of the total women we just calculated was 50. What is 24% of 50? Is obviously going to be 12. So how many women are learning to sing is going to be the value called as 12. Okay, then the next thing he says is 1/5 of the total number of women watch movie. How many are the total number of women? Total number of women are 50. So what is 1/5 of 50? 1/5 of 50 is nothing but 10. So there are 10 number of women who are watching movies. So against the woman and the movies column, we have to write 10 as the value. Then further he says the ratio of number of men watching movies to number of women doing the same is 13 is to 2 respectively. So men movies to women movies, he's saying 13 is to 2. But we already know how many people are watching movies. How many women are watching movies is 10. So 2 part becomes 10. So we need to find out this part. So for that, we need to do a little maths for that. So obviously 13 by 2 is equal to x by 10. If we solve this further, x value comes out to be 13 into 10 is 130 divided by 2, that is nothing but 65. So total number of men who are watching movies is 65. So let's put back this value, men watching movies is 65. So let us see this data. 80 number total men were 80, 65 watching movies, 8 learning dance, 65 plus 8 becomes 73. So how many would be going for singing? Obviously that will be 80 minus 73, that is 7 men would be going for singing. This is how we can find out the data. In the row of women, 50 number of women are there, 10 watching movies, 12 going for singing, 10 plus 12 is 22. So how much would be going for dance? 50 minus 22, that is 28 would be going for dance. And then we can do the simple total. 80 plus 1 80 plus 50 is 130, 65 plus 75, 8 plus 28 is 36, 12 plus 7 is 19, and this is the chart that is completed for us. Now we can solve any question given to us. He's saying the first question, what is the respective ratio of the number of men learning to dance and the number of women doing the same? Men dance to women dance. How many men are dancing? So let us see the men's column. This is 8. How many women are dancing? Women are dancing. That is 8, 28. So clearly the ratio becomes 8 is to 28. The ratio of men dancing to women dancing becomes 8 is to 28. If we simplify this further, we can obviously find out the actual number of ratio, actual value of the ratio. 8 is to 28. We cut it by 4. It becomes 2 is to 7. So total number of people who are, what is the ratio, exact ratio is 2 is to 7. It is available in option number C becomes the right answer. Now, in the same series, the next question is say total number of women in the building is approximately 1% of total number of members, men and women together. So, as per the table, the total number of women available, total number of women present were total number of women were 50. Okay, and total number of men How many total number of men were there? There were 80 total number of men. So total number of men and women together will be 80 plus 50, 130 total people. So he's asking for total number of women in the building, approximately what percent of the women divided by total into 100%. That's what we are supposed to calculate. Woman divided by total into 100%. Woman's number is 50 divided by total is 130 into 100%. This is what we are supposed to calculate. Okay, we can cut down these zeros, and if we solve this, then we can obviously find out the answer. So it is going to be exactly 38%. So that becomes the right answer, 38%, option D. Now, he's asking the same chart. What is the number of women learning dance? We have already calculated the women learning dance in the chart. We have already calculated the women learning dance was nothing but 28. So that can be directly referred from the chart. Okay. Now he's asking what is the total number of members, men and women together learning singing. So if we refer the chart, then we can find out the men singing and the women singing number. Men singing number was nothing but 7. The woman singing number was nothing but 12. So total number of people that are doing this is obviously going to be 12 plus 7, that is 19, which is not available in any of the options. So it becomes like none of these is the right answer. The same chart continues. Now he's asking number of men who like watching movies is what percent of total number of men in the building. So men watching movies are how many? Let us refer to that chart. Men who are watching movies can be referred from the chart, and the value is 65. And the total number of men in the building. So total number of men, how many total number of men were there in the building? We had already calculated was 80. Now the question is number of men who like watching movies. So obviously movie men's is what percent of the total number of men, and this is how we calculate this. Movie men divided by total men multiplied by 100%. So let's put the values. It's going to be 65 by 80 into 100%. If we solve this further, 4 ja and 5 ja, 65 by 4 into 5, which exactly comes out to be 81.25. So that becomes the right answer, 81.25%, available in option number C. Next is saying bag A contains 4 white and 2 black balls. So we can draw it also. Bag A is there, white and black. Okay. Bag and white and black. This is how we can do it. Bag A contains 4 white balls and 2 black balls. Rather, bag B contains 3 white balls and 3 black balls. This is the chart with us. One ball is drawn at random from each bag with replacement. Then the probability that both the balls are white or both the balls are black. Whenever there is a word or involved, we need to add. So he's saying both the balls are white or both the balls are black. So what if both the balls are white? So if both the balls are white, so how many white balls are there eh, in the first bag is 4. How many white balls are there in the second bag is 3. So if both the balls have to become white, then a white ball is to be picked up from both the bags. Okay, so both the balls are white. For making that, first of all, let's find out from bag A, white ball can be coming in how many ways? In what is the chances of one white ball coming from bag A? How many total white balls are there? 4. And how many total balls are there in that bag is going to be 4 plus 2, 6. So the white ball coming from bag A is, the probability is 4 by 6 multiplied by, then if both the balls have to be white, then second ball also has to be white. So whenever there is a definite scene in the probability situation, then we do a multiply. If first ball bag is bringing a white ball, and definitely the second bag should also bring a white ball, then there is a definite sign. For definite sign, we use an and operator or a multiply sign. 4 by 6 into the bag B should also give a white ball. So bag B contains how many white balls? See, so the favorable outcomes are 3 divided by total number of balls in the bag B is 3 plus 3 is 6. So this is the case when both the white balls are picked up. This is the case when both the white balls are picked up. Plus either both, because he has said or. So either both white or both black. So now we'll make the case for black, both black. So clearly at very first time, the first ball will be coming as black from the very first bag. How many black balls are there in the first bag is going to be is 2. How many total black balls are there is 2 by 6. So that is the probability multiplied by second bag should also give a one black ball. How many black balls are there in the second bag is 3. How many total black balls are there is 6. So this is how we can solve this out and find out the answer. So if we solve this out further, this comes out to be 4 by 6. That is 2 by 3 into 3 by 6 for white balls, plus uh, 2 by 6 is 1 by 3 into 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. We could have done 1 by 2 here also. Okay, 3 by 6 is simply 1 by 2. We can cut these numbers. So it comes out to be 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6, and 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 we can obviously add, but we are not supposed to solve this completely, because if we see the option, there are no direct value given. They have just done in the same situation as we have done it. So this itself becomes the right answer. Option number C exactly matches with our formation as we have formed. It exactly matches with the option number C. So we don't need to find out the final answer, and the option C becomes the right answer only. Now, the same particular question continues, and we have been given the data as it is. Okay, so clearly we need to find out the next question's value. What is one is white and other one is black? The next question says one has to be a white ball, another one has to be a black ball. So the data that we created was bag A and bag B, white balls and black balls. Bag A contained 4 white balls. Bag A contains 2 black balls. Bag B contains 3 white and 3 black balls. So this was the data available with us. Now he's wanting us to find out probability that one is white and the other one is black. Okay, this is what we have to find out. The one ball has to be white and the other one has to be black. How can we find out? So this can be happening in two ways. Either the first ball becomes white and second ball becomes black, or the first ball becomes black and the second ball becomes white. Either way around, we'll be having one white or one white and one black ball. What is said is either first ball can be white and second ball can be black. Either this could be a situation, or either or first ball could be a black ball and second ball could be second ball, that this is second ball. Second ball could be a white ball. Okay, first could be white, second could be black, or first could be black and second could be white. The any of these can happen, so we'll have to give the things like this. So clearly, first of all, we need to find out the first ball as white. So first ball is obviously coming from the very first bag. So what is the chances of picking a white ball from the very first bag? Total number of favorable cases in the first bag, total number of white ball is clearly going to be 4, divided by total number of balls are 6. So 4 by 6 is the chances of first white ball received from the first bag, multiplied by from the second bag a black ball should come. So how many black balls are there? 3. How many total balls are there? 6. So this is the probability of first white and second black. Either or, if we want to have first ball as a black ball, then first bag contains how many black balls? 2 black balls. So favorable chances are 2. Favorable cases are 2. What is the total number of cases? 4 plus 2. Total number of balls, that is 6. Multiplied by, now second bag is giving white ball. So second bag has got how many white balls? Is going to be white, is going to be 3. So it's 3 divided by total number of balls are 6. So this is how we can find it out. 4 by 6 into 3 by 6 plus 2 by 6 into 3 by 6. Let us see where it is available. It is available exactly as in the option number B. So that exactly becomes the right answer for us. Option number B.